think we need to clean this camera. It's better than that. There we go. Been putting my ear on it. And what I'm trying, I was going to try and use the microphone underneath because I thought of an idea of going live while I was going for a walk. But if you plug them, I've got this home gimbal, and if you put the microphone underneath it, it doesn't fit onto the gimbal. So, and if you slide it up out the way, and I said, maybe another one. Introducing the new iPhone 16e. Oh, right, okay. You just need a new iPhone, don't you, in your life? Anyway, hope you're doing well. Just sort of pop on, say hello. I do the occasional pop-up live on here, but not that many, to be honest. So that, probably the audio is not particularly good. I do like to use a microphone. I've got this Rode microphone that plugs in the bottom. So the problem is you can't use it with this gimbal. I don't know what the answer is to that, really. I'm not very good with it either, so if you make me feel seasick, I'm sorry. I never really did get going with this. I used it a few times. But so the problem was trying to plug a microphone into it. It was really hard work. What do you do there? That's it. Anyway, as I say, I hope you're doing well. Not really much to report. I was going to go out and do something yesterday. I was going to go fly my drone, but it was again, the weather was terrible. And the weather today is much warmer around here, but also windy, so that's not really going to work out. So I'll be rusty by the time I start flying this drone. I've got plans next week to go to start doing Skegness. I'm going to start off at one end and then keep going back. Should get sort of 3 or 4 days out of it, really, I would have thought, because it's a fair old wander as you go down from, well, there's Chapel St Leonard's as well. I can't think of the name of that other, Anderby Creek as well. Chapel St Leonard's, Anderby Creek. So I might do that next week and then move on to Skeggy. Obviously, I want to get it done before the summer because it'll be ram jam full of people, and I'm not sure that they want to be filmed while they're doing this stuff because they'll be, you know, dressed in their summer wear and stuff like that. You've got to be careful, haven't you? I'll just stand this down if it works out. Look at that for a cool shirt. Roman Nixon, how you doing? Let me just do this. Hope you're well, buddy. Nice to see you. I stand with Russia. What on earth is going on here? Oh, well. It's just alive, that's all. It's just alive. Just a little live. Fart slapper. Butterbean. All right. Nice. You're not a troll, are you? We'll pin that message. It's not my first rodeo. We'll pin that message up there. So thanks for popping in. I'm pleased that you stand with Russia. I have no opinion on it whatsoever. Butterbean. Well, that's a bit rude. They always say they'll never go on the internet if you're offended. Go. I don't know what that means. Fart slapper said hi. Hi. Fart slapper. Apparently, if you go live in this mode, although it's not that straight to be really honest, your mum is gay. Tell us a joke. No, I don't know any jokes. I'm useless at jokes. I can never remember them. I usually, if somebody tells me a joke, I'll tell that joke until I forget it, and then I can move on to the next joke. Kids Game, how you doing? Nice to see you. So I'm presuming that you just not really subscribed to my channel. Am I gay? No, I'm not. No, my wife is though. No, I'm an old guy. I've been married donkeys years. 40 years married. No, I'm definitely not gay. Are you gay? That's the thing. Not as it matters if you are gay, because I don't have a problem with anybody doing anything. If you stand with Russia, you're probably not, because apparently it's not a thing. Certainly not a thing over there. Now, I'm a veteran. I've been married for 40 years. 40 years. Got married, obviously you can see, when I was really, really young. Butterbean, bloody hell. I'm not really sure who Butterbean is, but I'm presuming we're on about the lack of air. How do we get into that conversation anyway? Why would it matter if I was? Can you please say hi, go? Hi, go. Eurus Guzan. Hello, how are you doing? All right. It's a bit like TikTok, this, where you start talking and then about 1 million people come in and all disappear. You've got a serious question. Go on and hit me with it. Tell me all about it. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's hear the question. I'm waiting. You can't come in here and hijack this thing with a serious question. Oh, there we go. What's the purpose of you doing this live stream? Money? No, nothing. The purpose of me doing this live stream was to... The channel's not monetized. I used to do an e-cigarette channel and it was demonetized in... back end of November or something like that. So what I did, am I a rascal? Probably. FTM8 said, hi, how are you? Very good, thank you. I hope you are as well. Yeah, it's demonetized in November. And then I found out I got high blood pressure, so I decided to start this channel up. If you look, it says Walking with Mick. And there's a load of videos on there, basically me wandering about, going for a walk, trying to lose a bit of weight, get a bit healthy, stop drinking, let's get stuck in. That's what I thought, so that's what I'm doing. So since the end of November, when I first started doing this, it's gained 124 subscribers, so I don't think we're doing too bad. Yeah, that's the purpose of me doing it. So it's not monetized at all. The watch time hours are going up. They're doing all right, but the subscribers aren't. So if you'd like to stay and subscribe, it'd be really good. Hi there, good sir. I'm a rather polite fat troll. I was wondering if you would grant me some of your time to troll you. I won't keep you long. Have a great day, sir. Go on and hit me. It's not my first rodeo. I've been sort of on YouTube now for about 5 years. I do try TikTok, but I don't really get on with TikTok at all. I don't see the point in it, to be honest. You can't leave your live streams up. Where am I from? I'm from Lincolnshire in the UK. This is the camera I use when I go wandering about. This is the Pocket 3. DJI Osmo Pocket 3, that's what it's called. And it does that. Look at that. It's 4K, 60 frames per second. And it's one hell of a camera, to be really honest. And it comes with a... I got the creator's kit, so it comes with a microphone that clips to your lapel. And you just wander around and take videos. It's good. I break the floor and sit down on his face to the gym, and then you can... I don't know what you're on about. Thanks, Furniture Face. I do appreciate it. What part of your furniture looks like me? I worked it out. The other day. What you do is you hold it up, pull that down a bit. Hold your chin up, stick your face out like that. I've just took 5 years off me. Look at that. You're from Iran. Welcome Iran. Stop vaping, everyone. Good idea. Stop smoking as well. Don't touch weed. No sniffing coke. None of it. Pack it all in. Pack alcohol in. Have a really boring life. Don't enjoy yourself. What part of my furniture looks like you, good sir? My beanbag. I'm going to be self-conscious. I'm going to put my hat on in a minute. So we've gone from 6 to 12 and back to 6. Yeah, you're more than welcome. I've never been to Iran or Iraq. I've done Egypt. It's about as near as I've got. But I'm quite well travelled. Been to the USA 6 times. What do you mean, I'm more rich than an old one? What do you mean, I'm more rich than an old one? In the world feels like a good thing to do, and again. Oh, Christ. I don't know what you're going on about. Thanks for your time. I'm off now. because I'm looking to get even fatter than I already am. I've lost a stone. I don't know if you're familiar with that. In the countries that you are, but it's is it £14 since I stopped drinking in November? Feeling quite a lot better. Hello, Fatima. Lovely to meet you. Want to hear a joke? Go on then, hit me with it. I hope it's funnier than what he keeps coming out with, or she keeps coming out with. Raspberry VR. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. Boo! That's a dad joke. That's been going on forever. I think I found that one out when I was about 6. I'm from Scotland, so not familiar with losing a stone, only putting it on. It's all that haggis. Scotland. What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs? Go on, I don't know that one. Hit me with that one. Graham, how you doing? It has been a while. How you doing? Are you alright? I hope I've gone live on the right channel. Is it Walking with Mick, this one? Probably isn't knowing me. Still no idea. Do I have a dog now? I've got a cat. My daughter's got a dog. She's got a Yorkie poo. Cross between a Yorkshire Terrier and a poodle. Called Bromley, and he's gorgeous, but I've never really had a compulsion to have a dog. Where have you been hiding then, Graham? I've not seen you anywhere. Well, what do you mean, more rich than an old one? Will feels like a good thing to do. Again, lol. I think it was because it was me. Might kill you. No, it means nothing to me whatsoever. Whether it's just broken English. Magic Squad, good afternoon. Working and travelling. Are you vlogging? I need exorcism. Like? Oh, thanks for the like. Magic Squad has subscribed. Thank you very much. That's lovely. The only way I can do that is in a different stage. Get the vaccine. You can sense a demon. I don't know if it's still a thing to talk about vaccines, is it? I've stopped having them. I had a few of them. A friend of mine, he never had them. He said he'd never have them, and then his mum got terminally ill, so he went and had one, ended up with blood clots in his leg. So what he said all along was, for him, correct. Just makes you wonder, doesn't it? Yeah, thank you very much, Magic Squad. I'm just working in the Netherlands. Oh, bless you. What do you do for a living, Graham? To be honest, I never asked you. Can you tell me which channel I'm on? How did you find this channel, Graham? It is the Walking with Mick one I actually went live on, isn't it? Because sometimes I flick between the two and I get the wrong one. You're an audio engineer. Well, is that for music, for venues and stuff like that? You're doing festivals and indoor, that sort of type of audio? I hear the griddy for a living. I don't know what the griddy is. I bought last year, I don't know if you've seen any of my live streams, but right, I bought a SM7B last year and a Rodecaster Duo. And what a beautiful sound they make, don't they, down the airwaves. Is that a thing, airwaves? Showing me age now. And then they demonetised the vape channel, so I stopped doing it. I've just changed the name of that, the late night vape show channel. I've just changed it to Mickey Media. Yeah, Rode's good. The Duo's good. The good thing with it, it's the right gain. You plug this SM7B in, and is it 57 decibels it needs or something like that, and it plugs it straight in. Where's the accent from? From Lincolnshire. You have subscribed. Thank you very much. It's just come up on the thing. So now I've got 125 subscribers. So this time next year we'll be millionaires. Oh, you want me to subscribe to you? I can do if you want. I don't know if it'll let me. It won't let me subscribe to you. It doesn't give the option. I'll have to do it after. I will do it though. Definitely. Can I lend you some money now? I'm a bit short of that myself, to be honest. Never borrow a borrower or a lender be, because if you do, you either owe somebody some money and they avoid you. It's Thursday, why not work? I drive a cab for a living. I start at 2. Been self-employed cab driver for 30 years. My mate does the sort of daytime, and I start about 2, 2:30, and do the night time. I finish about midnight tonight. That's why. And then I'm at work today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and then I take Monday off, and then I go and film for this channel on Monday. Just walking about videos, and have a look. If you're interested, have a look, see what you think. You ain't got to subscribe if you don't want to. Just have a look. It's just an old guy going for a walk. I'm 58 years old. I just go for a walk. It's amazing that a lot of people have come in, to be honest. I've done lives on here before and you don't seem to get anybody. But I've actually done it in, so that's horizontal, so what's that? Vertical mode. And it seems to go into a different thing. Yeah, I'm 58, yeah. Yeah, I'm 58. I was 58 in November. As you can see, I've looked after myself. He looks 70. Piss off. I really feel it. Yeah, so it started with high blood pressure end of last year. I was drinking too much anyway, so I'm just not letting the head completely. And to the drink since November the 11th. Not telling anybody else not to. Yeah, no, yeah. Now I don't look 40-something. My daughter's 40-something. Yeah. I mean, I could, to be honest, I can, there's a little patch there that's a bit thin, but the rest of it I could actually grow hair. It's just my, it's my choice. It was just something I did. And I used to have it real short, and I bought one of those grader things, and I just used to grade it off. And then I went on holiday once, and I forgot the graders, so I just shaved it off. What for? To grow your hair? No, I don't need to. I've just literally just shaved it off. The only thing is, I've got that studio lighting in here, and it shines down on your head, so you get a nice shine. Well, I'm pleased that you've all come in. It's lovely. It's just nice to have a chat. So I was just trying it. I was going to literally plug this into the bottom of the phone, but there's no way I can seem to use it with the gimbal. And that's what I was after doing. But the only trouble is with this, it's a 14 Pro Max, so it's a big phone. Do I like what? What's that? Ice cream. Is that ice cream? I can't really see. I do like ice cream, yeah. Yeah, it's one of my favourite things, ice cream. But it has to be a reasonable price. I don't like the really cheap stuff, which just tastes like snow. Because some of it's got no flavour whatsoever. And one of my favourite flavours is vanilla. And I like it with a cut up banana, but I can't eat bananas now because they're full of potassium and it interferes with medication. Mick? Me too, yeah. I like Indian ice cream as well, kulfi. That's gorgeous. Pistachio kulfi is, I don't know if you've ever tried it, but if you ever get a chance, if you go into an Indian restaurant, I don't know where you live, but pistachio kulfi is beautiful. But if you're in the UK or most of Europe, Lidl's fake, like Frankie and Benny's and stuff like that, is really good as well. You haven't got to spend a fortune on it. It's not Frankie and Benny's, is it? What do they call it? I can't remember which one it was. Oh, you're from the UK. Anyway, it looks like I'm going to have to go because the wife's back with the grandkids. I just thought I'd pop on and see how we're doing. I love it. Well, I've actually tried Indian ice cream before. I can't remember what it was called. Kulfi. That's what it sounds like in the pronunciation. Mango, yeah, they do mango, pistachio, and I can't remember what the other one is. And it's beautiful. It's got a real thickness to it. Yeah, it is nice, beautiful. Especially if you've just had a really hot curry, trying to cool down. I've got the two youngest grandkids here today. My daughter's at work, and my wife's just took them out for a walk somewhere. Yeah, I'm from Lincolnshire. The Italians make the best ice cream. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if you can hear them because I ain't got a microphone in. So, the youngest one's coughing away, and the older one, who she's only 4, she's just talks really loud all the time. It's originating, well, yeah, but you know, it's a recipe, isn't it? It's a recipe. It's like saying, Scotch make the best whiskey. It just depends. I can't think. I can't think of the name of that ice cream. I've got a terrible memory. But you get the one that and it's about £4 for a pot like that, and everybody raves about it. Oh, I know. Suppose you're right. Yeah. I don't know what. I mean, English fish and chips. I mean, it's strange because if you get cod and chips with the British style batter, and then you go to a different fish and chip shop where a guy from India owns it or a guy from Pakistan owns it, usually the batter's completely different and it's too thick and it doesn't taste the same. But if that guy was to cook it to the same recipe as the UK, I think, you know what I mean? You wouldn't be able to tell the difference because it's the recipe, isn't it, when you're finished? Why am I fat? Because over the years I've eaten too much. Why is it different? It's usually a lot thicker, and I think sometimes the fish is a bit cheaper. They use choline and stuff like that, and it's not as good. Why are you fat? J Edit. I bet that's your real name, no? Dickhead. Bozo, that's an American term, isn't it? I'll call you a Charlie Hunt. Apparently they've found out. They found that really offensive. Go on, Graham, get in. Your name's Jay. Nice to see you. Where are you from, Jay? Do you just come on the internet for attention to be rude to fat people? I can't actually see you. The kids are falling out. Nicholas Jackson. That means nothing. What does that mean? You find out normally when you're doing something like this, you'll be chatting away to a few nice people, and then somebody comes in, and the idea of being a troll is you want all the attention. It's like they suffer from attention deficit disorder, so they put things in there so you answer their question each time. So I don't know whether it's a good idea to ignore people who are trolls or just to engage with them and see, give them a bit of attention. But one thing you have to watch out for is if you don't watch it, it all becomes about them. But I'm not really into kicking people out and stuff like that. But a bit of fun's fine. But don't try and make it all about you because it's not. It's not about you. It's all about Graham because I haven't seen him for ages. And I stand with Russia, which is a strange username. Just imagine trying to answer him in the chat and tag that all in on the phone. Ah, it's a footballer. Excellent. I've got one, yeah. I've got one cat, and he's 10 years old, and I called him Jeff after my dad. And my dad is still alive. He's 88 years old. He says, "What you called it Jeff for?" Because I said, "If I lose one of you, I've still got a Jeff." But it was really funny when I took him down to the vets to be neutered, castrated, because he's a Tom. And they shouted his name out for castration. Jeff Beavers for castration. It is a vape, yes. I've been vaping now since 2016, and you're probably now going to tell me I didn't ought to do that. It's worse than smoking. But we're all entitled to our opinion, and yours is yours and mine's mine. It's good, yeah. It's from a. I'm not. It's not a vape shape, but it's from these people. This isn't actually what's in it. It's a different bottle. Some friends of mine got together and launched a brand, and it's actually from them, and it's a good quality. You don't support vapors that much. It's all shit in the lungs. Well, exactly. I mean, you're better off not doing anything. But I used to smoke 30 Marlboros a day for donkey's years, and I definitely feels right. Well, nothing's good. Nothing's good for your health, is it? Whatever you're breathing outside. But I would never stop smoking. I'll be honest. I'm not here to advocate for vaping. If you want to vape, vape. If you don't want to vape, don't vape. You know, if you want to smoke, smoke. I mean, I smoked enough cigarettes, but I've just got to. Can I say slay? I'd got to the stage where it was actually keeping me awake at night with the wheezing. Well, they're just starting a 10-year study into it, to be honest, because at the minute, apparently, I was talking to a guy who was he was the guy that inputs the data for these things because they keep saying we don't know enough about it. And I said to this guy, so they keep saying they don't know enough about it. It's been about for 15 years. Nobody's ever died from it. The people that nearly died from it had got some THC dodgy cartridges in America. And it gave them a lung infection because of that. Isn't hard to breathe. It's not now. So I got real wheezy. It was in sort of all clogged up in the bottom of the thing, and I was like a smoker's cough and that type of thing. But anyway, now they've started a 10-year. Yeah, it's not oil, is it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry, Graham, you know what you're on about. That's right. They done it with an acetate, so they were inhaling oil, which was then setting on the lungs. A bit like what I mean. My mate's dad died of asbestosis because he was a lagger in the Navy, and apparently that's what happens with that. That makes your lungs go hard, and eventually they won't move, and you just can't breathe. Do I like YouTube? Yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. I've been on it for. Started that vape channel in 2020, and then we had a bit of luck because we had a lockdown for 2 years, so people were a bit bored for something to do. So we actually managed to get up to nearly 1,500 subscribers and get monetized in 2023. And then in 2024, YouTube decided it wasn't for them anymore, and they knocked it off. I think I enjoyed lockdown definitely for the first month. Vape on camera, and why? Why would you want me to do that? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah. I like going. So with this channel, if you look back through all the stuff, I go to the yeah, I go to the seaside resorts in the area, in the Lincolnshire ones. I've been many times in the last 2 or 3 months. I just walk down the beach in the because it's closed. Obviously, it's closed. It's winter, so it's closed. But you get the full beach to yourself. What does getting monetized mean in financial numbers? It's a monthly payment. How much? Roughly from 1,500 subs. It just depends. It's on your watch time hours. The problem was with ours, they wouldn't put any AdSense on the. They didn't promote vaping, so they wouldn't put AdSense on the vape videos. But also, you could make some money from members, and obviously, some people give you a super chat and stuff like that. In a year, probably I made £500. I didn't make it because, the computer was 6, the microphone was 2, the audio box was 6, the computer, monitors were 100 quid a piece if you work it all out like that. So I never actually made anything, but it was if you get onto a channel, if you watch the auditors and stuff like that they're getting 30,000 views on a channel, and they're getting £4 per 1,000 views, and they're getting that 3 times a week. So if you work out 30,000 views, so 30 times 4 quid, 120. They're getting 120 quid off a video, and they're putting 5 up a week. And on top of that, then you've got your AdSense coming in. And I don't know what that works out. That depends out what views you're getting on your adverts. That could be some right nice, especially if it's. I don't know. It's if you're doing something about financial, that's the most money you can make. You can make £10 in 1,000. Hello. There's some people making a really good living out of it, and some people that just do it. I mean, I think every YouTubers, when they first start with it, their dream is to make a full living from not, from being on YouTube. They imagine it's some sort of fame, but in real terms, why would you want to place yourself in a position where somebody else can decide what you make? But I think you need a lot of subscribers, you need a lot of donations, you need a lot of members, and basically you'd be buying yourself a full-time job. And you might as well just do your own job, and just imagine if you made 70, 80 quid a week off it, 100 quid a week, an extra 400 a month. It's not to be sniffed at, and then you can just go about your normal job. I mean, I say I'm self-employed, so I wouldn't really want to get into it. What I did with mine, it would be a job, wouldn't it? It's not, you're not. I suppose if you're a singer and you get famous and you make a lot of money, it's a job as well, isn't it? It's just the same. It's just a job. It would be a full-time job, and you'd have to do it. It's like you. But they used to send us e-liquid out, so something like this there. So they'd send us that out, which is very nice of them. Thank you very much. So you got that product for free. So that week you vape for nothing. So then you do a review on it. So you start recording into a camera. I've got all set up in here. Film it into a camera. I've got a downward camera. The downward camera was over 100 quid, even though mine was a cheap one. So you're showing people the bottle and the product, telling them about the product, how good it is, whether you like it, whether you don't like it. Then you finish recording. Then you've got some music software that costs over £100 a year. So you put an intro onto the thing. You edit the video up. The videos took you 20 minutes to do. Then you do the editing. It took you another hour to do that. Then you upload it to your channel and off you go. And obviously we weren't getting paid by the companies to do anything like that. You just got the product for free. I mean, I've had some beautiful stuff sent out, e-liquids and stuff like that. I never got big enough to get the loads of hardware sent out, but I've also got a group of friends as well out of it, a massive group of friends. And my daughter has got stage 4 cancer, and when she was first diagnosed, they actually did benefits from it. All in the space of 1 week, they all got together and raised something like, I think probably £12,000 or £13,000 they raised for my daughter. And that's what all this is about now. She got breast cancer first, and then went on to stage 4. But I met an amazing group of people who I'm still really, really good friends with. They're so lovely. Well, it's just one of them things. So I had that done when I found out she got breast cancer, and then I had that done when I found out she was stage 4. I don't know if that'll come the right way around. That was the first word I said when I found out she was stage 4. No, she won't get better. That's the problem. She'll just get worse. At the minute, it's where it was, and it's not moved anywhere with the treatment that she's getting. But it's that'll be the thing that ends her life, shall we say? Anyway, let's talk about something more happy. You don't come to listen to me moaning. She's an amazing person as well. She's coming up 42, and she's an amazing person. She's so strong, and she just keeps battling on. I mean, the money that was raised, there was a GoFundMe as well. There's quite a lot of money raised, and she's got a friend in Australia, so she went across there for 2 weeks. Is she my kid? Yeah, of course she's my kid. We were only kids when we had kids, and we're still together. Me and the mum are still together. We had another one as well. I've got a boy. He's 37. So he's the youngest, she's the oldest. So we had them real young. If you're going to have kids, you either have them. No, I've got two. I've got two kids. I've got a son, and I didn't get very lucky with him either. He's schizophrenic. He's took too many drugs, bless him. Still love him. He's a good lad. It's just a pain in the ass. It's gone into one of them, hasn't it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've got into one of them. We've got into one of these situations. It sounds like TikTok, isn't it? When you get there's a few people when you start looking around TikTok, and they go on there to sit and moan, don't they? They're like, well, I'm an alcoholic. Well, you need to stop drinking then. Yeah, but I can't. Yes, you can. You know what I mean? It's like you can stop doing anything. You've got to do it properly, but you can stop doing anything. Don't sit there and tell the world you've got nothing. There's some right depressive people on, isn't there? Really, but I try not to be like that person, to be honest. I mean, it's an illness when you finish. The same with drug addiction. It's an illness. But the onus is, you can go to as many rehab places if you want. If you can hear my youngest granddaughter screaming, I'm sorry, but she's only one. You can sit there and grumble about it and moan about it and tell everybody your troubles, or you can do something about it yourself, because the onus is with the person that's doing it. You're the only person who can stop drinking. You're the only person who can stop taking drugs. There's loads of ways of doing it, but you have to stick to it. You can go to a rehab 25 times and then come out and go, well, I just needed a little bit of something to take the edge off. No, you can't do it anymore. I mean, I was drinking like a fish for obvious reasons. I did it when my son was first poorly. When I found out my daughter was ill, I did it when she was ill. And you have to just stop. I got the blood pressure thing, and it said on there you've got to regulate your drinking to a minimum. And I just thought, well, I'm not really that capable at doing that, so I'll just stop. So I stopped. And when the itching stopped after the first month, it was a lot better. But I've never even sneaked one or anything. I'm not, just stopped. Because you have to stop. That's it. I mean, some people have 2 pints a week forever. I just used to, if I had a bad day, I'd get drunk. So stop doing it. I'm not saying I'm an alcoholic, because I'm not, but you can get to the point where it does decide what your life's like, don't you? I never got used to this. How many kids does your daughter have? She's got 4. She was married to. She was married for 16 years, and she got the older 2. One's coming up 19, the other one's 15. And then she split up with him and got with a right dickhead. And now she's got 2 younger ones as well. And she got rid of him, thankfully. I used to get on well with her husband, but I can't stand the next one. I detest the blue. It makes me skin crawl. But, thankfully, she sacked him off. But we have to be reasonable with him, because he's got 2 kids with her. So she's got stage 4 cancer and 2 young kids. I think that's the drive as well. That's that she said, I'm going to hang about as long as I can to forward these kids on. Oh, it still is. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's just people in life, isn't there? I never got on with him before she met him, to be honest. I'm driving a cab in a local area. I know people. And I've known them for years, and it was never on my friends list. It still is, yeah. It still is. I don't do it too. I just ignore him. Like he doesn't exist. He's one of them. We're not going about him anyway. Yeah, the other guy, I got on really well with him, but she didn't. So you can't choose your kids who they're with, can you? But as I say, she's got 4 beautiful children. Say? No, I'm not saying that, because I don't know what it means. I could be making a religious or political statement and saying something nasty about people. I'm going to see if I can say your name, though. Maddie Shuraki Nia. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but he's just a dick. He's just one of them. He's a mummy's boy. He's been brought up that he's special. There's a lot of blokes of a certain age that were brought up by the mother to think they were special, and it gives them mental illness in the end because they just walk around. They want everybody in the world to cater for their whims. It's all about them. They need to bring it round to them all the time. And that's what he's like. It's just a dick. But there's a lot of blokes, isn't there? There's a lot of blokes work. Have 2 kids and then work 16 hours a week just so they can get benefits, and they think that that's. I mean, some people having kids real young. I've just worked and worked and worked and worked and worked. Worked away. I've done all sorts of things, and I never wanted anybody else to bring my kids up. And it was the same with that when you have an argument with your wife. You never want another man in your house when your daughter's got out of the shower. So instead of falling out and running off and splitting up, you stay with that person, and then as you get older and your levels of tolerance grow and your levels of reasons to argue dissipate, you actually realise that you've been living all your life with your best friend. That's the way I looked on it. I mean, some of the bloody crap we've had bloody drug dealers to the house and all sorts of things, and we had to take stock of it in the end. I said to my son, I said, don't come here anymore. And I said, if anybody comes to the door for money again, I said, I'm going to record them and ring the police. And they said, and you can deal with the outcome of it. Anyway, as luck would have it, they took him away for a while into an hospital and rehabilitated his mental health to a point. And now he doesn't use. So, because the problem is with people that use drugs, they're not bothered. They're just that addicted to stuff. They just keep buying it, regardless of whether they've got any money, and they're not bothered who pays for it in the end. I said to him, I said, you've got somebody to come to the house where your own mother lives. But didn't care, not bothered at all. But people pick on him, don't they? Yeah, that's right. I mean, thankfully, he never got to heroin. This was amphetamine and cocaine and stuff like that. But it's just completely wrecked his mental health. It's all as bad, whichever way you look at it. I mean, even weed to a point, you'll be talking to people and they'll say about weed, it's natural, it's this, it's that and the other. I mean, years ago you used to get a little bit of resin that you crumble up and put in your fag and feel a bit squiffy after it. But now you've got super skunk and stuff like that. And you can see people that use it on a regular basis. It puts them into the cells. If you hammer it, it puts them into the cells. And you can see the psychosis coming on. Not as I'm an expert on drugs, but I'm quite well versed with addicts. We've still got 5 people watching, and I've been here 43 minutes. I can't believe that 5 people would be interested in me. Yeah, all drugs are bad, even weed causes paranoia, etc., which affects relationships and leads to other stuff. Yeah, you go to Holland, and there's a lot of people in Holland who've been smoking weed for years, but it doesn't really lead on to harder stuff. But there is, when you get like crack cocaine's one of the worst, isn't it? They reckon one waff of that and you're in. You have a job to get away from it now. But Pee-wee. Well, yeah. I've seen videos. One in particular with this lady, but she got tremors, and all of a sudden she, I don't know whether she smoked one or didn't. No, I'm not saying that. I won't say that. I definitely won't say that. Within a short space of time, she just stopped, and she, stopped tremoring. So if that works out, my mother's in constant pain. She's in her 80s. Ban. Yeah, we don't like that word. If you're gonna, don't say that. It's up to if black people want to call each other that, that's up to them. But it's not a word in my dictionary. It's well, it's been adopted. Let's not talk about it anyway. We'll not give that one house room. We've lost the plot now. I've lost the plot. Mick, what's the worst crime or bad thing I've done? I got done for stealing cars when I was 15. But it wasn't like twocking like you would call it now. I lived in a small village, and some people used to leave the cars in the garage with the keys in. We were talking about Hillman Avengers at the time and Ford Escort Mark 1s. So we used to go and borrow them for the evening, and one lad went out, and it was like the local kids. We used to say, "Oh, I'm taking it tonight. All right, I'm going out." All right. So they used to go take it, and one of them went smashed one up. So we all got the proverbial hit the fan, shall we say. And that was my only brush with crime. And ended up going to, it's a lot of years ago, isn't it? I would say I was 15, I'm 58 now, so I think I'm classed as a good character. Probably the other crime was going to watch Marilyn Manson. Oh, here we go again. What sort of thing is that to post? What does it mean? What does it even mean? See, that's what you're doing. You're doing the troll thing where it's all about, you've got attention deficit disorder. You're not getting your attention. So that's what a troll is. It's like you go into a chat on somewhere or some sort of thing, and you're not doing it to offend. You're doing it because you want people to speak to you. But you put something decent in the chat, and they'll always talk to you. All you got to do is ask a question, or just put something in, and people will talk to you. But they say all they do is they ban you, and then you come in on your different account, they ban you on that, and it just gets boring, really quick. So there's no point. So anyway, if you're interested in an old guy walking about, why not subscribe to the channel? No, I'm not going to kick you out. You're not getting what you wish. That's it. You're going to have to stay here and listen to me wobbling on. That was the days, wasn't it? When we first started on YouTube, the vaping community, there's a lot of people about in them days. Kicking the coolies. You could do it yourself. There'd be a lot of people, and there'd be loads of people in these different live shows, and you've got these moderators, and there's some people. It's like if you work with everybody's worked with these people at some point where you go to work and they've got a badge. Somebody's given them a badge, and it's got their name on it, and they'll be like team leader or enhanced team leader or something like that, and all of a sudden they stand a lot straighter. They don't give them any more money. They end up doing another 5 hours a week for free. But they've got the badge. That's what it is, isn't it? They just want a badge. Let's see if your car choice is any good. I actually use, because it's a taxi, so I use Skoda Octavia. I bought my first Skoda. Whereabouts are you? Where do you live? Are you England or Scotland, Wales, whatever? My first Skoda came from Hindland in Glasgow, just off Sheffield. There was a company called the Taxi Centre, only up the road. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I'm Gainsborough, just the other side of, literally just on the Trent. So I bought my first one. I bought two within a month because I had a lad working for me at the time. Yeah, Hindon, yeah. The old taxi centre, just off the Posh Gate, yeah. I'm on the rough estate. What's that? Clyde Bank Expressway? Past the old casino that was round. And it's a posh housing estate now. Posh house is where they had that. And that's where I picked it up from, the taxi centre. Actually, they were supposed to deliver it and they didn't, so we jumped in the car and went and fetched it. And I got halfway there and I thought, I'd never been to Glasgow before. I thought I didn't realise it was this far. So we set out at 9 in the morning, went and fetched it, and then a week or two later they brought the other one I got yeah, well, next to where the garage was, there was these big, massive townhouses. And anyway, they knocked the garage down and built some more flats, I think. My mate Amish, he's a cab driver in Glasgow, and he sent me a photograph of it. And then they moved somewhere else, but the bloke got murdered. The owner of the garage, he got murdered. If you look into it, Graham, if you Google it, just put taxi centre Glasgow. You remember being in Gainsborough, middle of nowhere. Morton's Glasgow's rough. Well, yeah, but I don't know what reason he got murdered. I'm not sure. I can't really remember. But it was I think he owned the garage when I bought it, but I don't know if the taxi centre's still going. But they used to end up being second owner when you bought them new. They registered them, and I think it was a way of, I don't know, some way with the manufacturer that they used to get them out, but you were second owner. And I bought a brand new Superb and I bought a brand new Octavia, the 2000. They're both 2004. The Octavia wasn't brilliant, but the Octavia was brilliant, but the Superb wasn't. And then I had another 2 or 3 Octavias after that. Then I fell out with them and went and bought a Toyota in 2009, and that was an absolute pile. It was the Aventus. It was just when they were having them build problems. And so I kept that 2 years and got rid of it and bought a Ford, and it basically disintegrated within a year. And I went back to Skodas again then. And then just as we come out of lockdown and I needed another car, I'd had the last Octavia for about 5 or 6 years, and there weren't any cars about. And I decided I wanted something bigger because I was suffering with my back, so I bought a Ford Cougar. And I kept it 2 years, and I had to get rid of it because it would have bankrupted me. It cost that much money to repair. It was unbelievable. Absolute pile. And then I went back to this Octavia, what I've got now. Yeah, VW's all right. This one's got, I don't know, this one hasn't had the best life, I don't think. It's got 70,000 on the clock now. It's got 50 when I bought it. And I paid about 13 grand for it. So it wasn't, but it's the base model. And there's a lot of rattles coming off the fascia now that you never used to get before. There's a squeak comes out where the glasses holder is in the middle. There's and when you look on, nobody will tell you how to get rid of them, but they're pretty standard. This squeaking noises are pretty standard on most of them. I bought one once, and it was a fantastic car. It was a fairly well up model, and all the door cards squeaked because there were plastic door cards going onto a metal door, and they all squeaked. And what we did in them, we took them all off and then put some webbing in between them to stop them. I've had a Superb. I had one in 2004. My mate runs one now, a 57 plate one, the 2 litre one, and he's got about 180,000 on it now. It's the one that's all leathered up, and that's not the Laurent and Clement, but it's it's a fairly high model. It's lovely. So, anyway, I better go. Need to get on. Gonna have my dinner and get to work. Lovely to speak to you. Stick about if you're interested. I don't go live many times on this channel because, well, I just don't. But that's what I was thinking. I was trying to set up a thing because I say I go walking and that, and I was thinking of, yeah, see you again, Graham. I was thinking to see if I get a microphone on the bottom, because if you walk down the road with this, I would imagine you'll hear all the wind noise and that. So I was trying to plug this in the bottom and use it on this gimbal, but it doesn't seem to be a thing. Whether I can use, I've got a Rode that you clip onto your thing where I can use it. Look after yourself. Anyway, nice to see you all. Catch you all soon. Bye-bye. Hey, up.